Coffee, joined by my co-host Ken 100, and of course our special guest Witters tonight. We might have some other guests coming on as off that. One big thing I want to hit just while you're here at the very beginning, though, is not after this show at 8 p.m. Eastern. We are having a pizza party over Spaces. I'm actually going to go ahead and pull that up right now, just to kind of give you a reference so that you can be ready to join it. It looks like Ken might already have it. I had that ready. Yeah, pizza.
Of course, man. It's gonna be cool. I haven't been part of like a Twitter Spaces community pizza party before. This is gonna be dope. I can't wait. We have some surprises coming up. I can't really reveal nothing. It's not just gonna be us just sitting there like a regular ordinal space. It's gonna be dope. So I can't wait for that.
Yeah. I'm glad you're not revealing too much. I accidentally spilled some alpha last ordinal show. I didn't realize that I was, but
Did you?
be tuned in to 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 Ninja going 8 p.m. Eastern Time space. We have a very special surprise that I'm not going to leak this time, but you'll see within the next 2 hours. But anyways, let's go on. On the show, you can expect the latest news and innovating on Bitcoin mixed in with a little bit of banter. So today we have quite a few topics to talk about. On-chain monkeys inscribed 3 10K collections on block 9 sats. We were going to talk about Liquidium. We're waiting on our special guest Robin to talk about that and talking about borrowing BTC. And of course, we're going to be talking about the Taproot Wizards, and we'll probably start off with this topic. Taproot Wizards raising $7.5 million in a seed round. Ken and I both work for one of the companies that was a part of that seed round, Bitcoin Frontier Fund. Shout out to Bitcoin Frontier Fund for that. What's your guys' exposure to Taproot Wizards, and how do you feel about this announcement of 7.5 mil?
I have a pin.
Oh, what? Oh yeah. Tell us about that.
That's my exposure, the current conjecture. I met Udi at NFT NYC. Gave me the pin, and I was like, so this means, like it definitely means I did it, right? And he just laughed. But I'm hoping it does.
He just laughed. Oh no. No, that doesn't sound good. He just laughed when you said that you got it. Oh
Yeah.
no.
So
damn.
Just like, I mean, it is what it is. I'll figure it out as a trend. Do you think that like people even once they, I guess, mint or however they're going to do this, do you think that anything will be for sale, like secondary, or these like holds for the long term?
Both. I mean, there's always going to be secondary. And we can only speculate on that. But I do think, especially with all the anticipation and kind of like wondering what they're building, I do think in the way they're doing the curation, similar to how we're doing it Ninja Alerts, of like actually selecting people that want to be a part of what you're building, there probably will be way less on secondary, but I think there's always going to be secondary.
Yeah, it just like, is it at the price point that you're that you can participate in, I guess is the...
Yeah, for sure. Can we take note that there's people getting tattoos of this right now, trying to get whitelist?
Yeah, that's something Chris would do. Chris, remember?
I'll grind.
Remember when you was popping? You remember when you were popping your bag for whitelist last year? You remember that? You made a video.
Hey man, no shame in whitelist grind. I have grinded for some whitelist, but I can't say I've ever gotten a tattoo for whitelist. Can't say I've ever gotten a tattoo.
Yet.
This is
you haven't yet, Chris.
Dedication. So is this like a guaranteed whitelist? Get the tattoo. Witters, have you gotten a tattoo yet?
God, no. So I am hoping for this person. Who is this?
This one specifically is.
Yeah, a few people did it. I saw a girl had a tattoo as well.
Yeah. So I think like we kind of mentioned it off stream, but like there's a lot I'll do and there's a lot I won't do. Putting ink on my body, like all the tattoos that I do have are white tattoos. I'm not gonna put any kind of I love Far, and his art is amazing, but I'm just not going to be putting that color on injected into my skin.
We need Elizabeth Olsen back. She was here she was here Tuesday, but she actually got an honorary wizard. I forgot about that. 318 inscription.
Hell yeah.
That's amazing. She won the Halloween. She won the not the Halloween. She won the dress contest in Amsterdam. That's really cool. I completely forgot about that. I'm sure she was stoked about that.
Oh, hell yeah.
We had somebody on YouTube comments, which, by the way, I forgot to mention this at the beginning, we are live on X and on YouTube. Reply Guy Sats on Twitter said tattoos are top signals. That's hilarious. If you're on YouTube, I can actually direct your comments directly to the stream. We have Izzy saying that he's excited for Node Monkeys. I'll be going right now to Magic Eden to buy the NM who just mint to flip. They're not minted yet, right? So yeah, node monks have been like filling my timeline. I know they did like the Ordinal show talked about them yesterday on their spaces. Essentially, it's a 10,000 free mint. I don't know. There's speculation on who the founder is. He's apparently well known, but also not doxed as the founder. Ken Witters, have you guys heard about it? Or you plan on minting it?
Yeah,
Alpha?
I heard it was Witters was the artist behind No Monkeys.
I wish. I did get an honorary. I got an honorary Node Monkey.
Oh, you did? What? Did you post it?
Yeah. I've been posting it, especially when they're like send nodes. I keep.
How do you get that? Like, I've seen a lot of those, and like, I want one.
So I'm not sure. Like, I remember a while back, probably like 2 months ago, they had reached out to me and had said essentially like just gave me the breakdown for gnome monkeys, and so I was very interested, and but I didn't get any alpha or anything like that, and then I got a magical surprise in the DMs and from Node Monkeys, and I was like, oh, I've been chosen. I'm one of the chosen ones.
Hey, is this it?
Yeah, that's it. Mm-hmm.
Heck, yeah, that's awesome. Mm-hmm. So, do you know anything else about the project?
So I do, but I have been sworn to secrecy, and I'm not about to break that because I don't want to. I don't want to like ruin my chances of having.
Oh yeah, I get it for sure. So do you know like when they're minting?
No, that's something that I actually don't. I have no idea.
Oops, I accidentally went to like the regular Magic Eden. Because aren't they partnered with Magic Eden?
I think that's where they're launching. And so the other thing, there's been a lot of speculation that it would be like next week or maybe even tomorrow. But then again, like that is not at all concrete in any sort of the.
Okay. So we've been seeing recaps of the Ordinal, or sorry, the Ordinal show, and the last one, Node Monks, is actually a like primary feature of it. I talked about again 10K free mint, founder not docs, and then there's really good discussion on the like business model of like free Ordinal mints. And as an artist, I'm sure you could think about this too as well, Witters. It's like it's weird because like. If in ETH, if you're launching a free mint, at least you can get like the gas fees, or not the gas fees. At least you can get like the secondary market fees like on the collection. But if you're not raising those primary funds from mint, and you don't have royalties built in, then it's like it's kind of hard to start a business model from that.
I mean, well, and they denied what, like 5 mil from VC.
Yeah, they apparently did not. They denied 5 million from VC.
Is that confirmed or trust me, bro?
I mean, it was from their Twitter, and then that's when they announced that it would be a free mint. So, they've got something cooking.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, hopefully we can all get that whitelist. Node Monk founder, if you're here watching this, hit us up. For the free shilling.
Hold on though, but Okay, so how are they gonna be? If I'm confused now, they're gonna spend a lot of money inscribing these things, and it's gonna be free for everybody, right?
That's the debate. Yeah, they're spending a lot of money. They're not getting a primary sale funds, and they're not
Or
getting
secondary royalties,
yeah,
and they're turning down 5 mil.
yeah. So what
Something doesn't smell right, bro.
what
something
Leo,
doesn't. Something is a little off.
what Leo's recommended actually talks about in this thread from the space was that like reserving 5 to 10% of the supply, and then like kind of distributing that or like selling that later for some funds. But even that's pretty minimal, like all in all. So I don't know. Maybe they just want to do something nice for everyone. I really, a lot of
Cap. I call cap on that, bro. That 5 mil, I call straight cap on that. I don't think
yeah.
they got any. That's just a marketing scheme. There's
I
no way they're getting offered 5 mil. They say no. We'd rather just spend our money and get nothing at all. This is a company, nothing at all, Chris. That makes sense to you, or am I tripping?
No, yeah, no, for sure. It doesn't make sense, but I don't know, man. I know Trevor was talking about how it'd be interesting if you had to run a Bitcoin node in order to get whitelists. I think that'd be really funny because I know a lot of like the typical Bitcoiners are like against ordinals, but that would actually be like a huge move in the right direction for Bitcoin to have 10,000 more nodes that otherwise weren't there. So that'd be kind of cool dynamic for somebody to do if they don't do it. So how'd you get in so early? Were
Yeah.
there's like you said like a month ago, these people reached out to you. Is it because you're just involved in ordinals? Is it because you were OMB?
I actually I don't know. I have been in ordinals since like early February. And been in like multiple different communities. Like it's been. I think let's just reflect how far we've came in less than a year, and everything that has transpired, everything that has become, I guess, just like easier, right? But yeah, so I don't have an answer for you as to why I was a chosen one, but I am very grateful. And I love it. It looks actually like, don't tell Tony, but I kind of like the pixelated version.
Hey, some of them was really cool, man. Like I don't know, the art was very unique. We had
No,
on
I love
That's
that.
what. That's how you call it, Chris.
somebody said that by
Chris, you
December
said it was
13th.
unique.
Yeah.
Okay.
It said somebody on Twitter said that it's supposed to be by December 13th, and they tweeted today that you don't need to run a node. December 13th. Wait, that's like a day before the 1 year anniversary of the first inscription, right?
Yeah. So on Tuesday we talked about the Jubilee, and I'm not entirely sure like what that entails, but yeah, that's like right around that time.
Somebody in the comments said, when we claim our ninjas and pay another 0.01. So ninjas are 0.02. You pay 0.01 for like the deposit, and then you pay the other 0.01 when it's actually inscribed. Is that correct, Ken? Sound good?
Yes, that sounds good.
Yep. So, anyways,
And that's for the special customized top 300 ninjas.
yeah,
After that, we'll have to, disclose.
go on to a different model for sure. So, I mean, we'll get back to the. I want to go back to the Taproot real quick because like we didn't like fully finish that. So you got a pin. I know there's speculation that the Taproot Wizards pins were like that auto whitelist, but I don't remember like where I heard that. Did he give you any further information when he handed it to you? Like,
No, it was just like a magical moment. But we're just gonna run with that. And so if Udi asks,
okay.
this is definitely a thing, and we're just it is what it is. Like I've already got it now, so.
Heck yeah! I mean, I would be.
Would you?
You're one step closer to whitelist than we are. That's for sure.
I love it. Well, though it's not part of the wizard school, so I seriously doubt that it is, because like people have been grinding. I mean, I didn't
I
take
did
a
all the
shower.
quests. You didn't take a shower?
I didn't. I think it's too late now.
Oh,
I will take a shower. I took a shower today.
oh
That's
man.
what I heard. You didn't take a shower?
Did you take a shower wearing a wizard costume today, though? That's
Ah, there you go.
That's very true.
what if she was like, yeah.
I know. It's like, that's
It's a
how I start my
regular routine.
shower. My loofah is actually just Udi's face.
Oh gosh.
Ah.
I'll get you one of those.
Ah, we just went left right there. And you don't want a tattoo? What are you talking about?
Oh my goodness. The other breaking news for today is on-chain monkeys just inscribed three 10,000 piece collections on Ordinals. So as you can see right here, I'm on ord.io. 30,000 inscriptions on block 9 sats. How much did this cost them? Like that's wild.
I can only imagine because especially like earlier today, was this all done today or like
No. Well, this was launched today officially. Like Ordi announced the breaking news about the 10K collections. This is the first 10K collections ever to use parent-child. So, yeah.
That's amazing, and I'm so excited for them.
But it does say 17 days ago on this, so I guess maybe they just finished today. I don't know.
So, Chris, can you explain what a parent-child is? Do you know?
No, I can't explain it well enough to try to do it on stream because I'm not the tech side of this.
Dang, you threw it out just now like it's just like common knowledge.
Well, that's the news. It's the first 10K collection to use parent-child. It literally says it right here.
Okay.
Oh,
I couldn't see that. Okay.
But yeah, I don't know. These look cool. I know we had some of the On-Chain Monkeys team on the show a couple times, and they were talking about doing this. But yeah, it's finally done.
That's amazing. So I heard, okay, there was the one collection, and then there was an abstract art collection.
Yeah.
What's this third 10,000?
Oh, that's a good question. It's not the dimensions because there's only like 300 of those. For some reason, they stopped loading. So I was going to show the difference of the two that you just mentioned. But I don't know the third one actually. It would have been a good day to have somebody from the team on here to explain it to us.
Yeah, like I was only aware of two 10K collections, so I'm very curious as to how we got three.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's my computer or or.io. One of the two is being slow, so I'm not able to see like anything right now. Because I originally was going to look at the collection, and then I was going to look at the block 9 or the sats, but both aren't really loading. So, rip.
Yeah.
Dang.
Oh, bless it.
Well, so much for that. We can also. I wanted to ask you about your upcoming art collection that you're going to reveal in Art Basel Witters. Like we can talk about that for a little bit. So it's going to be in Art Basel, and it's going to be like in person, right? It's the first time you're going to reveal it.
Yeah. So the full collection. And I guess I will just share this here because I haven't told anybody yet. But I have a wall in Miami or in Wynwood that I would like to So my whole thing is AR, right? So I would like to reveal the collection and how that is activated by doing an installation while I'm in Art Basel. So, yeah. And then, like, I would say probably like a week or two after that, depending. So, the other, I guess, like, part of this is my ETH collectors, 50% of my ordinal collection is given to them. And so just making sure that they know how to just like set up a wallet, or because before ordinals or like in any of this, I think all of us are as artists, we had primarily ETH based collectors, and just like reaching out to each one of them, making sure that they're all ready to go, to burn. And I'm hoping that they actually do burn.
Yeah.
So that's the other thing. But it is only 50% of my ETH collection, and it's 50% of my Bitcoin collection. So
Cool.
yeah, just like figuring that out. Onboarding, #onboarding.
Yeah.
Right. So if you burn one of your ETH NFTs, you could get a brand new ordinal from that. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, exactly. So it's very like a very personable experience, because like I'm very one-on-one with my holders. Like I want it to be something that it's just like a cherishable moment in my journey as an artist and like a Web3 artist, but also as a holder, being able to, just experiment with new things if you haven't. And to this collection, this will probably be my only, unless like another, like superimposing, kind of like a quadrillion or like something like that, that I would contribute art to. This will be my only ordinal collection, because it's AR, and I can change the or I wouldn't say change, because I'm not going to be changing what I'm inscribing, but with the AR, I can add layers to the different artworks that I'm creating, and kind of like update in just like one inscription, as opposed to, having multiple collections. Because like as an artist, I want, like, if you have a Withers piece, I want people to be like, damn, like there's very few of those, and I'm not going anywhere, like I'm going to expand uh, in so many ways. But yeah, just like I keep that supply like incredibly low, and I don't want it to be something that dilutes not only myself but also my collectors. And I have the actual best collectors in the world.
That's awesome. So
I mean,
Nice.
go ahead, Ken.
No, I was gonna say, as an artist in this AR space, which one do you think would win this fight? Apple, the new Apple headset that costs like a new a used Honda, like the $4,000 headset, or Meta? They have their Ray-Bans. Those came out recently as well. As an
yeah.
artist, which one of those do you think might win out?
Okay. And I'm only going to say this because I have Apple absolutely everything. I don't think it's going to matter the price tag, because Apple is just kind of like it's like a status symbol, but it's also like, it's just like dominating the market. And every time I hear the word Meta, I just immediately think Facebook.
It's Facebook.
Yeah, it's Facebook. So, and they don't have, the best reputation, especially sharing data and, all of the things that I think, what I would be the most interested in. So I would go with the Apple, just as my own preference. But it'll get better. Like, think about how clunky like the tech was, or just like the first iPhone, right? Or like, dear God, the first printer. So it just, I mean, I don't think it'll matter in the future, but the VR experience through goggles, and like having the goggles, I think they'll be a collector's item in the future.
Oh, you think so?
Lord,
Yeah, that's.
yeah. Like Apple's first, yeah, hands down. Like the
But
computers, like the old Apple computers go for like I don't.
A lot.
iPhone
It's-
1 just
They
sold
worth
for
a
like
lot.
80 grand
Yeah.
a couple weeks ago. I mean, it
Yeah,
was.
but
Yeah. Go ahead, Ken.
no, I was gonna say, but Apple also have a couple of L's under their belt too. That it's not gonna flip anytime soon. From one I could think of, well, I know they just received a recent L in something they were doing. I'm trying to think of what it was.
Talking about
It was a
Apple.
product they came out with.
Apple.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. Their iPhone's pretty good. Like their newest iPhone, I like that it's got USB-C. It's not like dramatically different than the one before that. Their Apple
None
Watch
of
is kind of the
them.
same way.
None of them are. It's so funny. Like, this is not like a tech review show, but it's like one of my qualms with Apple is like people stand in line though and get that. So doing something. Nobody's lined up at Meta to get that.
I mean, Meta owns everything, though. They already own your data. You didn't even give it to them; they already got it. They got Instagram. They got everything. Over 2 billion people on Facebook. Yeah, yeah, they got everybody's data already. So, I thought when you
I remember Instagram was at Art
No.
Basel last year, and they were like talking about their digital collectibles, and then like 2 months later, they're like, "We're not going to do that anymore."
Yeah, Zuckerberg messed up with that Meta. Meta lost a lot of money. Like Metaverse play, oh my god, that was a huge L for Zuckerberg.
Yeah, but his.
I think he's trying to come
Did you
back.
see his interview with Lex Friedman? It was pretty cool. It looked like very realistic.
The Metaverse?
Yeah, like they like uploaded.
Better than Yuga Labs?
They like uploaded themselves, and like it looked like very realistic, and like had a conversation with each other, but like through VR, and it was pretty insane.
So you think it's more insane than Yuga Labs, the thing they've been doing? You remember? You was doing it too, right? Remember the stream? You had all those people in the game they were playing?
No,
You never did that, Chris?
I didn't.
Yeah, whatever happened to that? They had like 30,000 people in one server.
Yeah,
We talked about it here. That was like a year ago.
Yeah, those are just tests with their game that they're doing, like a load test, I think is what they're called. But on the subject of ordinals, I know that ironically, even though they 12-fold their ordinals collection that they use to like get to raise funds, Gordon Goner went on like a buying spree on NFTs, but he still didn't buy any ordinals, and he looked kind of confused even on like ordinals period, which is just very interesting considering I don't know. I like Gordon Goner and I like Yuga, but I don't know how I feel about that move. Like I don't even hate that they launched an ordinals collection to raise money, but I do hate the fact that like you're not supporting anything else in the ecosystem, but you just extracted from it. Like I don't like that.
Wait, what? You didn't know what that was when it happened? I thought we talked about this.
Oh, I knew what it was. Yeah, it was to raise funds. Absolutely.
Oh, you knew what it was.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hands down. They saw a trend, they jumped on it, and they raised money. They raised capital.
A lot of money.
Like
a lot.
It's just weird to think that like even the founder still like essentially doesn't really know what ordinals are, and just like, bro, you made millions of dollars off this. You like don't even know what it is. Like, oh, it's kind of wild.
Like that. So that coupled with just like strange purchases. It's like he's stuck in a time capsule of things. I guess that he's like trying to bring relevance back to like the time frame and like the collections that were kind of near the base mint. But at the same time, it's like we all lost our shit whenever the the other side like video came out, and all of those projects were like viewable within that, I guess like a commercial or a video or whatever. But since then, it's like honestly think that Basie is just kind of fell from grace, and they're just not relevant anymore. And we've found different, and God, I am gonna be came after for saying that, but
Oh
I
yeah.
there's just cooler shit now, and that being ordinals just in general, and the oh my God, we're like, where do I start? Like having it on chain, like the different communities like that are way more, I feel like are more advanced, like we're like like the cypherpunks of NFTs and like digital artifacts, I guess would be the way to describe that, because we're
Wait, so the what punks? I'm sorry to cut you
the
off.
cypherpunks. So that is like small cell of like programmers, like Satoshi Nakamoto was a cypherpunk. So was Hal Finney. Like
Oh, okay.
just like everybody contributing in a very decentralized way, through like GitHubs and sharing their work, and just like making humanity better would probably be like my best way to describe that. And at Bored Ape events, you just get like, I don't know, just like a bunch of stoned people hanging out and just saying that they're bored. Like I went to Ape Fest, and I heard like 4 people tell me how bored they were, and I was like, "You're at the right place." Sorry, there was a car. You're at the right place. This is Bored Ape.
That's a hot take.
Yeah, the hottest. Oh man, I saw the videos of that party, the Ape Fest, and there was a lot of dudes, man. Like, like a lot of dudes. I scanned. You know when it's a video and you look around the background. I saw a bunch of dudes in a circle dancing. I looked around and a whole bunch of dudes were watching them dance. It was it was not. It didn't look the littest, but they were having fun. So we'll give them that. But yeah, that's the parties ain't as it used to. Remember back at their peak, they had the biggest artists performing. So it was like rivaling Rolling Loud or big festivals the way they were doing the Ape Fest. Now I don't know, man. It's not looking the same anymore. But we'll see.
Well, and two, with a lot of these ornaments, they like if you're adorning a Basie as a PFP, there is zero chance that you're getting whitelist, because it just kind of goes against everything that like a
Really?
certain, yeah, like bless his heart, double was all up in arms, because like the people were telling him that like node monkeys wouldn't even entertain him as as a as a whitelist participant. And it's just kind of like standing up against everything, I guess, in our echo chamber that isn't working, and just kind of like out with the old, in with the new mentality.
What would you consider the new if Basie is on the way out?
So I mean, OMB, for sure, but that's something that's like gonna encompass things that we don't even know about yet. Just based on like everything that's happening now. And then, I mean, there's a few that, like I think hashlings, being able, especially if you're very novice into mining and you don't own your own rig, that's going to be like, the art for that is just like the best PFP art I've seen in the ordinals, like I guess just like one of those like very tangible characters. Of
Ninja
course,
alerts.
yeah, no, that was my next one. That was my next one.
Okay.
Ninjas for sure. And I talked about it. I think it was like, it's been a couple weeks maybe, but if you had to choose like your surgeon, like your brain surgeon, based on their PFP, and it was the like there was a mixture of different ones that you could choose from. Like Ninja Lurch just like stands out and is very professional. But I mean, let's see what else. I mean, No Monkeys. I feel like they're gonna make waves just because of like what they've claimed in like the free mint and the, there's so many different facets to that. Goodness gravy. I mean, it's so expensive to make a collection now, so there really isn't. I mean, Taproots, like the Wizards, they'll definitely be up there. Yeah.
So, in your time, what time frame do you give this up next, where the BAYC is gonna be off the past rear view, and all these new collections will like be a front headliners? Like,
Well,
what time frame? 1 year, 5 years? What do you?
no,
How long do you see?
it's already like happening. The I think that just ordinals and I am chain agnostic. I'm not saying that this is like a straight up like, fact, but I can see sentiment on the timeline, although I have a lot of things muted. So that's probably a bad, that was a bad explanation of that. But I can see sentiment, and like you just look at the volume. So like, even though like a bulk percentage of it is BRCs and in the future, I'm sure like runes. But still there's a hefty percentage that is Bitcoin digital artifacts, and just like going from there, I just think that collectability standpoint, like the grails of the grails will exist on Bitcoin because of the prestige of Bitcoin. Um, and I mean, you'll always have like, there'll still be like super fans of Basie. Like, I'm not trying to deny that. And, like all of the collaborations and people using their IP, I just think in the future that's going to be a target on your back from the SEC. Because with using IP and everything else, it's going to just turn into like legal battles. And when you're as big as Basie is, it's like everybody's going to start feeling the effects of that. And I mean, how many lawsuits are they in or have been in? And that sucks as a holder, because like, I mean, a lot of people paid a lot of money for that. So I want something that has you have to mitigate risk, right? If a holder has to choose between something like a Basie or something like an OMB or a Wizard, a Ninja, Hashling, like whatever, I'm going to go the route that the entire chain has already been deemed not a security. So I'm going to pick those to collect just in the future, because the IRS does go back 7 years. And I'm going to go ahead and make that decision now instead of when they want to find me, right? Because I've already said all of the keywords to get this flagged entirely. So I'm gonna shut up now.
That was a spicy take.
Yeah.
Dang, you heard her here. Your NFTs are worthless if they're not on Bitcoin.
Sorry, I just had to give you an air horn for that one. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter where it is. If you make any money, the IRS is gonna come at you. Bitcoin, Ethereum, wherever it is. If you make any money at all, the U.S. government will come after their piece. So that could be something, but it's kind of weird that you said earlier. You said that the guy had a BAYC PFP and he couldn't get whitelist because of that. It's kind of strange because for the last 2 years, only people with BAYC PFPs have been the ones to get preferential treatment just because of their PFP, and that's how it's been. So you saying the opposite, that's kind of that's kind of odd. I didn't know that was going on now. That that's something.
And like No Monkeys isn't the first to do that. I mean, I'm not going to call anybody else out. I've already done enough damage right now, but they're just like not recognizing that, and it's I don't know how to explain it, but I think a lot of it is the entitlement that came with the BASI. And granted, I'm not generalizing whatsoever. It's just I think there is space for other projects to have that same kind of like growth. And instead of just like keeping it, because I mean, if BASI fails, then a lot of the ecosystem fails. So I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that like there's still time and space for other things to have growth and to have like prestige and give and be more like I feel like just Bitcoin in general is like so decentralized and like it doesn't matter who you are and where where you come from or you still have that contributing factor to participate in Bitcoin and with ordinals, whereas before it didn't. They were targeted, for giving the allotment of the allow list. And that's like, if you don't believe that or you don't know that, then you need to get better friends. Because that was 100% like if you had a BASI, like you got it, anything.
Yeah, that's how it's
I've had
been.
a few people like kind of allude to that for ninjas. They're kind of like, yeah, I have these assets. How do I get allowless for ninjas? But it's kind of like they're like trying to prime me up to be like, oh, I'll let you slide in. But at the end of the day, it's not
That's what you was doing, Chris?
No, that's the thing. I was like, well, one, even if I wanted to let you in, I can't. Like Trevor is going to be like, where's your pizza video? And how many points you got? I don't care if you're a team member.
Oh, sorry.
I liked what I said.
It stopped. Sorry. No, I clicked the wrong thing real quick. Sorry about that. It just won't stop.
Oh, good. But yeah, I just send people to the points and just like, look, just go get your points on Ninja Alert /Ordinals, and that's how you get allow list. But I've had a couple people try to like prep me up in the DMs, and I'm like, look, I can't give it to you. So even if I could, you wouldn't let me.
Yeah, man. It's the times we're in. Like I can't wait to see how this ecosystem grows. Disney, right, Chris? Disney is coming into the game now.
Yeah,
I think
man.
you covered it earlier in your.
Yeah, Disney enters again, man. They're doing some digital pins via Flowblog. I think this was going to be different though than their previous endeavors in Web3. Like, it looks like they're hopefully going to have utility tied to it, and it's on Flow. That opens up an array of possibilities. Yeah, so we'll see where that goes. And a lot of people are talking about it. So this is more than just like, I feel like every once in a while something big will happen in this space, and like nobody talks about it. But the Disney NFTs is actually like trending on like YouTube and stuff. Like there's like huge, because Disney has a lot of pin collectors. I actually didn't know that. And when I say pin, I mean like the little, it's not like a writing pen, like the ones that like go
Like
through.
the one she has right there?
Yeah, like that.
Oh, okay.
I didn't even see her wearing that this entire time.
Wait, what? We talked about it. What are you talking about?
I didn't see she was wearing it. I heard her talk about it.
She was like,
No
she'd been showing it off the whole episode, bro. What do you mean?
She just slipped that on. There's no way. She just got
No, I swear.
Yo, Chris, she was showing it off the whole episode, Chris. She's trying to get a loud list for the.
I've been looking for that pin everywhere, man. I've been browsing Twitter this whole time trying to find an example of how that pin looked. There's no way she's wearing that the whole time. There's no, absolutely no way.
Oh my God, Chris.
She just put that on while I was talking about pins. That was a good one, Winners. That was a good one. But yeah, apparently Disney has a big pin collector fan base, so a lot of people are either upset or interested that they're having digital collectible pins.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot more digital coming.
I can't believe she's wearing that. It blows my mind. The whole time.
Are you serious? I thought you was joking.
No, I'm serious. I didn't know she's wearing it.
Oh, you're serious?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I see it now, though.
Yeah, she showed us before we started streaming. That's weird as hell, Chris. You didn't see that.
Yeah, no, it's holding my whole ensemble together, so I can't take it off. But
so, Withers, since you're the biggest Ordinals maxi on the screen right now, Chris has no loyalties at all. He trades everything everywhere. When do you think we'll start seeing major company or corporations coming into the Bitcoin ecosystem or the Ordinal ecosystem? Do you think soon, later, or not at all?
I don't think that we even like necessarily have to have that or would even want that. I think the luxury of being on Bitcoin is enough to like keep that like luxurious collectible mentality and just be something that that like if you have, then that gives you prestige as a human, and the price will just like reflect that, and more, it'll get harder to inscribe just based off of fees and different things. And I mean, it is a finite resource, and so like once it's done, it's done. And from that point, like, what do you do as a collector? And no matter if like, what inscription number are we at now? It doesn't matter to me, but like,
it's in the 40 millions.
Yeah. So having that, like out of how many, like quadrillion? It's like, have you ever seen that video of like a million compared to a billion, and then like a trillion, and then a quadrillion? Yeah. It doesn't matter. Like everything that we're doing now will just like, even if like Ordinals stopped at like a trillion, and there was still, like a whole nother, I don't even know how to count that, but I don't think that you even need that. And just the decentralized notion of Bitcoin won't really, like, being VCs aren't a good thing. Like, you need to buy your Bitcoin now while they can't touch it, right? Before the ETF is approved, and getting those up, because they're gonna have to buy it from you. and like there's what, like 2 million Bitcoin left to purchase, and these, BlackRock, Vanguard, they have trillions in assets to be able to shovel into something like this. So yeah, I drank the Kool-Aid, so
That's well said.
I don't think that
Yeah.
we need, and I would rather it not be. I would rather the bigger brands not come.
Yeah.
But that's just me living in my world.
No, I mean, everything you said was spot on. How long have you been into like Bitcoin?
Yeah, but
You're obviously like knowledgeable about it and like understand it. Like, has that been like a newfound like care / love like this past like year, or have you like always been a hardcore Bitcoiner? Or
Let me just tell you this horrific story. So in like 2016, 2015, there was a documentary. It was actually on Netflix, I think. Maybe it was YouTube. But after I watched it, I called my dad and I was like, dude, we have to buy Bitcoin. Like, you don't understand. We have to do it. Then called my husband after that because he was like, I don't even know what you're talking about, whatever. Called my husband after that, and they were like, to this day, I get bowed down to because I was the first one that was like the crazy one that lost their shit after watching a Bitcoin documentary. And but I mean, it's like where I live and everything like that. So I figured out a way to get, I mean, I had $100 at that point. Like there was nothing that I could really invest, but still it was okay. And then when I really got into it was when Ordinals, because I had an application with my career to apply to it and get me more passionate about it, because like I dabble in a plethora of things, and it wasn't just like something that you have to really pique my interest for me to be gung-ho about it.
so, did you end up buying any in 2015, like the $100 worth, or?
So it was 2016, and yes, I bought $100 worth, and it was the craziest experience of my life. And I would imagine like a multi-sig, because I didn't know how to buy it, so I just called like somebody that does investments, and I was like, this is what I want to buy. I don't know how to buy it. And this is like how much I have, just buy it. and so like a funds manager, and you're not like, it doesn't matter how much money you have. Like, I think having a fund, an asset manager, portfolio manager, because you're only one person, being able for someone else to be on top of your shit instead of you losing your absolute mind over it, it's always good.
Heck yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, you're probably like, I mean, that's a rare love. You know, you bought Bitcoin when it's still like three figures. Like, that's insane. You know, you almost saw it touch like 6 figures last bull run. So that's wild.
It's a fun journey for sure. But my brother, like, that was the one that actually listened to me, and got me into like NFTs just in general. But he's got the money bags, and like as soon as I saw the documentary and called him, he was like, hell yeah, let's get it.
That's amazing. Well, all that being said, we're at the time limit for the space. We're at the hour mark. Witters, you've been amazing. I love your pen. I'm sorry I noticed it so late. I hope that it gets you a wizard.
Me too.
Do you guys have any final thoughts before we close up? And I do want to say just one more time, we are doing the Ninja Party 30 minutes from now. So that's enough time for us to run, go get some supper, and run back and get ready for the Ninja space. Got some special events going on tonight there. Can't say too much yet. Definitely want to be there.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll be there for sure. Ken's gonna be there for sure. Waiters, are you going? You gonna find out what the surprise is?
Oh Lord, yeah. I need some pizza, and what's like super dope is the bar next door is a pizza joint. So I got it. I have everything
Yeah,
I
I
need.
was eating pizza way too much.
Nice.
But yeah, besides that, you guys have any final words before we close out?
Yeah, me too.
We're good.
Nah.
All right. Thanks, guys, so much. Ken,
No, I have final words, Chris. Yo, Chris, what's up? You just gotta say, all right.
It's dead silence.
Well, Chris, now that you've asked, I do have a whole thing to say. So it all started back in 1995, right? When now I have nothing to say, Chris. Air horns. You dropped yourself. You dropped yourself.
Every Tuesday and Thursday. I do believe next Thursday we're gonna call it because it's Thanksgiving Day, and I know a lot of us are in the United States and celebrate. So we'll be with our families, hopefully eat some good food or friends. So we'll be gone next Thursday. Next Tuesday we'll be back at it. See you guys.